I have many clients here, and today I'm with a friend, with a local lawyer, with a local Goan lawyer called Maclean Fernandes. Dr. Maclean Fernandes, like I said, is not only my partner, is also, after many years, also my friend. And it's a great pleasure being here in this amazing state of India, Goa. Being in Goa, it's like to be in a little of Portugal. The older Goan people speak Portuguese. There are many streets with Portuguese names. O nome das ruas está em português. And it's very, very comfortable for me being here and very enjoyable. I love Goa, I love Goan people, I love Goan food, and I only feel sad because I don't come here every year like I wish. But today I'm here and we'll talk about the Portuguese nationality cases, Portuguese nationality cases for Goan people. If you want the second part of this video, maybe in Portugal, because we are recording this video in Goa, please write it on the comments, say I want the second part, or please second part, and maybe we'll do it in Portugal.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So let's start with some questions. I know Goan has many doubts about the processes, about the timelines, about the documents, about the Portuguese consulate, about everything. And today we'll talk about it. So, Dr. Maclean, let's start with some questions. I know you have prepared some questions to me. Let's start with it, okay?
Sure. So how can a person, that is a person from Goa, acquire Portuguese nationality?
So, first we need to understand, and I know Goan knows about it, we must understand that Goa was a Portuguese territory till 19 December of 1961. Goa was a Portuguese territory, not only Goa, Danão, Dio, Nagaraveli, Dadra. But Goa was invaded, many people say liberated, in 1961. So the people who were born in Goa till 19 December 1961 can be Portuguese. And after that, first we need to register this person, can be a woman or a man. And after we have this process done, we can also register the children of these people, of this person. The person who were born before 1961.
What if the person born before 1961 has
The case can also be done, but the applicant will be the son or the daughter, because that person is not with us anymore. So the case can be done. The son or the daughter can apply on this case. Yes, it can be done also.
Alright. So this is the first step for getting Portuguese
The first step
nationality.
is to register the person who were born before 1961, and the second step is the marriage registration.
Alright. How long does this process normally take?
Well, first we start with the good news. The good news is the case can be done. I know one of your questions would be if it is stopped, the cases will stop, the Portuguese nationality processes will stop, because I started with these cases more than 15 years ago. And from the very beginning, people were asking me, oh, this will stop, the Portuguese government will stop with these processes, is true, Goan won't can apply anymore, is that true? No, it's not true. So, not true, we started with the good news. The good news is that the cases can be done. Now, you did me a question that, and I need to talk about it, and I need to tell the truth. That is the bad news. The case before, because see, I talked about the cases before 1961, and like I said, then after this case is done, the children can also apply, and it will be a case before 1961. So, about the timeline for a case before 1961, the timeline is 4 years, a little more, maybe at least 4 years. Let's say at least 4 years a case before 1961 takes.
Why is it taking so much time?
Maclean, we must understand something. Before, the cases were fast, but we are in 2025. And in 2025, many people are applying for Portuguese nationality, not only Goan. not only people from Goa. There are people from Brazil, there are people from Venezuela, there are people from United States, from some European countries. There are cases for Sephardic Jews. So in 2024 to 2023, more than 200,000 cases were submitted in the civil registry in Portugal. I repeat, more than 200,000 cases every year. So it's not humanly possible work on these cases, in all these cases, fast. So people must understand this. They want to be Portuguese, they will be Portuguese, but the case before 1961, not after. After is faster, but the case before 1961 takes at least 4 years.
We have a lot of people who come across saying that these processes can be done faster, that their relation or their cousin or their uncle or their aunt did this process in a year.
It doesn't exist in Portugal. There is a queue, there is a line. All the cases will be analyzed in their turn, so that is not possible. What I believe some people say, they are talking about the past, not about the present. That's why I told you that we are recording this video in 2025, because in 2010 I used to do a case before 1961, you know that, in a month.
That's right.
Also a case after 1961 in a month.
That's right.
But not in 2025. In 2025 a case takes at least 4 years before 1961. And one of your questions is about the cases after 1961, right?
Yes.
A case after 1961 takes around 2 years. Let's say 2 years.
Yes.
So this is not fast as we wish, but it's the truth. McLean, we always tell the truth because it's better. Do not take the client, do not take the case, but tell the truth. Because see, if we say 2 years, but the case takes less time, how people will feel happy. But if we say a year and the case takes 2 years, how people will feel? Like I would feel upset.
Yes.
So it's better inform always the correct timelines.
Is there any way to make these cases happen faster?
From my point of view, the main secret is submit the cases perfectly from the very beginning, with all the documents, with all the translations, with all the explanations about the divergences, with the properly documents, with the correct apostille, with everything. Everything must be perfectly from the very beginning. Because if people just send the case with the wrong documents, with the wrong attestations, with wrong stamping, what will happen? The case will go, the conservatorio will contact the clients or us if everything is not perfect, asking for more documents to rectify documents, and it's like the case starts again. It goes back to the queue. It's like it's a fresh case. Understand?
That's right.
So we must submit everything perfectly from the very beginning. Because instead of, if we don't do it, instead of takes 4 years, it will take 8 years. So for me, from my point of view, that is the main secret. Everything must be perfect.
What about the cases of people born after 1961?
We talked before.
Yes.
I talked about that cases. That cases they are not so difficult. Because the other ones are a little more difficult. Because we must search documents.
Yes.
It's the job you do
Yes.
in India. McLean search the documents, send the documents for attestation, for apostille, for everything,
Yes.
and you send me everything perfectly.
Yes.
But the cases after 1961 takes around 2 years. The marriage must be done before this registration, because we start with the case before 1961, then we register the marriage, and then we can do the case after 1961, which takes around 2 years. But the secret is the same. We must prepare everything perfectly. And from my point of view, that's the good reason why we should have a local lawyer in India. And that's why I work with McLean, because McLean It's a trustable person, it's a trustable lawyer, it's very honest, very correct. I always recommend my clients to you, to search the documents, to the legalizations, to apostille, to everything. And it works because I'm not in Goa, so I need someone who I can trust to do that job, and you do better than no one. And I thank you so much for that.
Thank you much. You're very kind. I've heard that after the process of post 1961 is analyzed, there is a time for the assent to be issued. Why is this?
It's the same reason, McLean. The conservatory, let's say the civil registry. When I tell conservatory, I'm talking about the civil registry. Has different sections. A section to analyze, a section to receive documents, a section to do the register,
Yes.
and all the sections receive more 1,000 cases. So even after the analyze, the case goes to the queue to be to do the assent, to get the assent to them.
That is the
The
registration.
the Portuguese birth certificate.
Okay.
Okay, and that section also have lots of cases, hundreds. So McLean, that can't be fast. Like I said, it's not humanly possible to do it fast. Not possible because we are talking about hundreds, thousands of cases.
What about marriage registrations?
No, that's finally a good news. A good subject to talk.
Yes.
A marriage registration takes around 30 days. Usually I say 1 to 2 months.
Okay.
In some cases might take a little more, but usually it takes 30 to 60 days.
That's
Okay.
good news. That is good
That's a
news.
good news.
Yes.
So you can earn some time on this
Yes,
process.
yes. What about the cases of the spouse of a Portuguese national? Can it be done?
Yes, because you are asking me that because sometimes we get some inquiries
That's
about
right.
it saying, people say, oh, that kind of cases are not possible. Portuguese processes through the marriage, that is not possible. Is that true? No, it's not true because fortunately we are here and we also can give good news,
Yes.
not only bad news.
Yes.
It's not true. The truth is the cases can be done. Also takes lots of time, more than 3 years, but the cases can be done. We must give the main document, let's say, the most difficult document to get from a point of view might be the criminal record. that we must submit.
The police criminal
The police
record.
criminal
Yes,
record.
yes.
All the other documents are not difficult to get. Mainly if the marriage was more than 6 years ago, or if people have kids in common, the case can be done. Even in the other cases, it can be done. Some cases can be a little more difficult, some cases are easier, but it can be done. We must, of course, register the marriage, and then we can apply for Portuguese nationality through the marriage, and it will be done.
For the spouse.
For the spouse, through the marriage. For the spouse, and the spouse can be a man or can be a woman. It can be done. Okay?
All right. I have seen that many people speak about submitting processes through the consulate.
Good luck.
Is it advisable?
Good luck. It's the worst that, from my point of view, see, we are not recording this video to get more clients. We are informing people. We are giving free information. People can come to us, can go to different lawyers because there are many lawyers. People can go even to consulate. If they do it, I wish the best of luck because it doesn't work. The people that works in the Portuguese consulate are not lawyers. They don't have a degree in law. They don't know even the Portuguese law. In spite of being working there, they don't know the Portuguese law. So they make lots of troubles. They ask for useless documents. Sometimes they lose the documents. Sometimes the clients don't have the documents they want, and actually they don't need to ask that documents, and people give up and say, oh, this is not possible, this is too difficult, and people give up. And we had many clients that
Yes.
tried to apply through the Portuguese
Yes,
consulate,
yes.
and they came to us and it was possible. So do not give up, and also from my point of view, it's much better to apply through a local lawyer and go to the Portuguese lawyers too, but do not go to the Portuguese consulate, because the Portuguese consulate unfortunately is a mess. Like I said, they lose documents, they ask for useless documents, and it really doesn't work there.
I have heard about this change in the rules now. We are in April 2025, and I've heard that the submission process has changed, and all the documents are the processes are required to be submitted online.
That is another good news. Yes, now the Portuguese lawyers can submit the cases online. At the moment, unfortunately, we are not feeling the effect of the speeding because it started recently, but I believe soon it will be done faster. So the Portuguese government said that it will be done faster. Also, we lawyers believe on it, the Portuguese government believes on it. So I hope it happens and we can have the Portuguese birth done fast. Okay?
That's really good news, Vasco.
I hope so, because more than 3 years for a case before 1961, it's too much time.
It's too
Even
long,
a
yes.
Portuguese nationality process through the marriage takes more than 3 years. It's too much time.
It's too much.
People say, I can't say that people give up, they don't give up, but sometimes they feel sad because of that.
Yes.
Okay, and I understand.
And it is a bit frustrating
Yes,
to wait
yes,
so long.
it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Well, anyway, thank you so much, Vasco. You shared a lot of insights regarding this process with us. Thank you for being
See,
here.
we are, like I said, we are recording this video, but you feel free to send more questions, to send your comments on the video.
To you as well.
Thank you, and to you, so, and to other lawyers. Feel free to contact whoever you want. We are not recording this video to get more clients, so we are giving free information, but try to do everything perfect with someone who has experience, because the experience is everything, McLean. So it was a great pleasure. Maybe one day we can record the second video now in Portugal.
In Portugal,
Today,
yes.
we did it in Goa,
Goa.
but maybe we'll do it again. If you want it, please write on the comments on the
Yes,
the
yes,
YouTube
yes.
that you want the second part of the video. Okay, that's what today I want to tell you. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, put your like, and see you on the next video. Thank you.